from attacking people with a baseball bat,
arrested by Boca Raton police following a road rage incident March 6th,
to a convicted predator caught working as a chef at a children's camp.
Oh man, this is gonna be real ugly.
These are the most degenerate chefs from every Hell's Kitchen season. Starting with the darkest entry on this list, Louis Rapuchi from season 8. On the show, Louis was an average chef that felt he was superior to his teammates. He called his teammates tools and constantly belittled eccentric contestant Raj.
We ran out at Dover Sole. Oh man, this is gonna be real ugly. Moving Raj completely out of the kitchen made things run a lot smoother.
But for some hardcore fans, he was considered as an underrated icon that didn't get enough credit during the show. However, in late 2024, verified records confirmed Louis was arrested and charged with the possession and distribution of child abuse material, CSM. But what's shocked fans the most is that for years after the show, Louis has been working as a chef at a children's camp. This places him in a category of criminality distinct from everyone else. As it turns out, his villain persona on the show was just a mask for a predator who stands at the absolute bottom of human decency, a true degenerate chef. As this fan expressed, wow. And I thought Jason Underwood, Matt Hearn, and Ben Kaylor were bad. As horrible of people as they are, at least as far as I know, those three haven't done that. This is beyond awful. The only other person I can think of who did something like this was a guy who was on Survivor named Michael Skupin, and he did something that feels very identical to this. While Lewis preyed on vulnerable children, Ralph Pagano resorted to extreme violence in broad daylight. Ralph was the runner-up of season 1 and a massive success story. He built a culinary empire in Florida and even hosted his own TV shows.
You know my motto, hashtag get naked? Well, how about hashtag get nudes? Are you ready to get nudes? It's time for me to stir up your morning and get to work. No yolks. Seriously, folks. Today, we're creating mouth-watering stir-fry recipes, so let's start.
He was the fat chef, jovial, charismatic, and loved by fans.
Out, don't let me.
All right, don't do it. Take some water. Dewberry, hold on, baby. Wash your face with some water. Wash your face with some water. Hold on, Dewberry. I understand. New table ordering, 2 guest table 2.
However, in October 2023, that image shattered. Following a traffic dispute where he cut off another car, Ralph made an action that destroyed everything he had built up until now. Instead of just driving away, he exited his vehicle armed with a baseball bat, approached the victim's car screaming, "I'll kill you," and thrust the bat through the open window, reportedly striking or nearly striking the driver's 10-year-old daughter.
Pagano lives, and according to the victim, he was cut off by Pagano when Pagano then gets out of his vehicle with a baseball bat and threatens him. All of this as the victim's 10-year-old daughter is sitting in the passenger seat. Pagano was behind the wheel of his black Tesla when he pulled out from the Seasons community and onto the northbound lanes of Jog Road, allegedly cutting off another driver. That driver saying he honked the horn and flipped off Pagano, prompting the chef to get out of his car with a baseball bat and stick it through an open passenger side window where the victim's 10-year-old daughter was sitting as he shouted, "I'll kill you."
And that's how the chef who charmed America on TV ended up arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, endangering a child over a trivial road incident. Ralph used a weapon on strangers, unlike Sarah Horowitz turned her aggression toward her own family. Sarah was the mean girl of season 2, known for sabotaging her teammate Virginia and laughing when others were berated. She refused to take accountability for anything.
She didn't even start cooking it.
She did start cooking it, Chef.
So now you want to start lying to me.
I'm not lying to you, Chef. She said that she's ready when I am. I'm ready and wait for your call.
In 2013, she showed her true passive-aggressive nature wasn't just during the Hell's Kitchen show. She was arrested for domestic battery assault, causing bodily injury to a family member, her boyfriend. The fight started over a cooler of food. When he complained, she punched and kicked him repeatedly, breaking his glasses. And while some fans already hated her for sabotaging a teammate, hitting and abusing her partner proved that her lack of empathy was a dangerous personality trait, not just a game strategy. As this fan noted, "She is the worst. OMG, she makes my skin crawl. I just want to smack out of her." Like Sarah, Ben Kaylor from season 4 proved his bullying wasn't just for the cameras. Ben presented himself as a leader, but was famously dressed down by Ramsey for his arrogance.
You do seriously surprise me.
Thank you, Chef. I was hoping you'd see that. I mean, I'd give it all I got. Give you 110.
You surprise me to how shit you are.
Oh, thank you.
He relentlessly bullied contestants he viewed as weaker, particularly Loras and Matt. His massive ego was the secret sauce in everything he did, making him genuinely believe he wasn't just a great cook, but the culinary rock star and the absolute boss of the entire food scene.
You know, Matt didn't man up. Instead, he stood up there with his arms open, you know, waiting for the pasta.
And fans never really liked him during his Hell's Kitchen passage. But as it turns out, his bullying of innocent weak people didn't end when the cameras cut. In 2019, Kaylor was arrested and charged with assault on a female. In the end, there was no separating his intense but damaging professional ambition from his totally inappropriate personal behavior. They became two sides of the same very ugly coin. His kitchen was a mini version of his life, and his life was just a bigger stage for his deep-seated need to run the show and control everyone, all driven by a huge, fragile ego. While Ben was an aggressor, Michael Ray became a desperate victim of his own addiction. Michael was the very first winner of Hell's Kitchen. He was a tactical genius who ran circles around his competition, and was even offered a job in London by Ramsay. After the show, a personal tragedy and necessary back surgery sent Michael spiraling. He became severely addicted to drugs. The need for pills became so intense, so desperate, that it led to a terrifying act. He was arrested for armed burglary. His target, a pharmacy, where he broke in to steal the prescription painkillers that had taken control of his life. He was once a rising star under the famous Chef Ramsay, but his life took a dramatic downturn. Now, however, he is fighting hard for recovery. His story serves as a major wake-up call, powerfully illustrating the devastating impact of addiction-fueled crime. It shows how such choices can not only trash a person's life and career, but also destroy their standing in the community, proving that addiction can completely derail even the most promising future. Michael fell from grace, but Jason Underwood never had any grace to begin with. Jason is widely regarded as one of the most hated personalities to ever appear on the show. He was explicitly sexist, constantly claiming a women belonged in the sugary sections or on their backs, rather than on the hotline.
We're not even starting service with a full team. Where is he?
That's what I'm asking myself, Chef.
Jason! What's he doing? Jason! Jason! Jason!
Jason was like a magician. He kind of disappeared. It's like, well, what the fuck you thinking?
Can you get your ass down here, please?
Yes, Chef.
His extreme misogyny caused immediate and serious problems, deeply upsetting his team and the audience. It was no accident. He continually showed prejudice through rude remarks, condescending behavior, and undermining his female colleagues.
A clue what they're doing. What do you expect without a man over there to lead them, of course? Team of girls. The only thing I'm gonna lose to a woman is like an ironing contest.
Later, he claimed that all this was a joke, but post-show investigations revealed Jason is listed on a domestic violence offender registry. Furthermore, his social media presence has been described as a cesspool of hateful, far-right, and misogynistic rhetoric. His villain edit wasn't an act. As this fan noted, he follows a bunch of right-wing and wrestling accounts, plus an OF model named Squirt Goddess. He couldn't be a bigger loser if he tried. Jason was hateful, but Brett Hauser was operating a felony-level enterprise. Brett quickly established himself as a true fan favorite on the show, captivating audiences not just with his culinary skill, but with his incredibly intense emotional outbursts and profoundly fervent, almost theatrical Italian pride.
Veal chopped saltimbocca, served over smashed fingerling potato.
It's rustic, but it's got charm. Delicious. A solid 3. Good job.
Thank you, Chef.
Good, well done.
Oh my God, these scallops are finally done.
Table 12, let's go.
So thank God for that.
His serious and palpable passion for food was infectious, making every one of his segments compelling television. He was someone who totally wore his heart on his sleeve. It was impossible for him to mask his feelings.
You know, it's my life, it's my passion, but I'm worried about the present and the near future. You know, at this point in time, this is the end. I got a lot of support. That's why I'm not gonna fucking stop doing what I'm doing here.
Despite his passion for cooking and his inspiring presence for many fans, Brett went down a dark road. In 2018, he was arrested on felony drug charges following a police investigation. Police found a significant quantity of marijuana and THC edibles, over 1 kilogram, in his possession, leading to a high-profile legal case. This wasn't simple possession, it was possession with intent to distribute, meaning he was engaging in drug trafficking activities. Brett lost his passion unlike Tavon Hubbard, who turned his incompetence into a scam. Tavon is legendary for being arguably the worst chef in the show's history. In the season 10 premiere, he sliced all the scallops essentially into oblivion, leading to a swift elimination.
You, don't touch another fucking scallop. Come here. Just touch these. Touch them. Jesus Christ. Why are they all broken? What the fuck have you done?
I'm working with scallops that are complete shit. I was completely sabotaged.
Who sliced all these?
Someone else did my plasha.
Who sliced the scallop? Chef, answer the question.
I did.
Come here, you. Executive chef. Come here. Look at these.
So, after the show, Tavon tried to cash in on his very short appearance in Hell's Kitchen. He started running all sorts of scams, using the slight fame he'd gotten from the show to make his shady plans seem believable. Reports confirmed he charged students and customers hundreds of dollars, only to never show up or provide unsafe substandard service. As this customer reviews show on Yelp, I booked a special dinner, or so I thought. This chef was an absolute walking disaster. Food is disgusting, and I wouldn't rate it any better than cafeteria food. With 1.5-star overall score on Yelp and a growing number of unsatisfied clients, Tavon did what every scammer does when it's caught. He changed his name. While Tavon was a scam, Frank Calla broke the code of honor he was sworn to uphold. And fans were happy that he finally got what he deserved.
Frank, and where do you work now?
I'm active duty in the United States Marines, and I'm...
Yeah, Frankie!
But the higher you stand, the harder you fall, and Frank didn't just fall, he jumped. During his exit interview, instead of accepting his defeat with dignity, he chose to destroy his own career in seconds. He looked directly into the camera and blamed his failure entirely on gender. Frank forgot one crucial thing: the Marine Corps was watching. The Marines launched an investigation, and Frank was swiftly removed from the commandant's staff and reassigned. He went from serving the highest ranking officers in the military to reading a robotic apology off a piece of paper, proving that for him, honor was just a costume he wore for the cameras. Frank lost his Marine employment after the show. Does anyone have the details on this? I'm honestly so curious, lol. He deserved whatever bullshit came his way, especially after the way he talked about women. Frank lost his job because of his words, but Matt Hearn uses his words to terrorize others. Usually, when a chef acts like a villain on TV, we assume it's just the pressure of the kitchen. Matt Hearn tested that theory in season 16. He was explosive, arrogant, and totally disrespectful. He is famous for the moment he refused to admit he was wrong, telling Ramsay to look at the cameras. He painted himself as the victim of a rigged game.
So I'm gonna kick you out.
Go ahead, man, you sold them.
Wow.
He cooked them. I tried to push him on to sell them.
So you cooked them?
He told me to sell them, chef. I kept telling him, no, you can look at the cameras in here.
Cameras? Wow. Come here, you. Come here. Look at me. Just look at me in the fucking eyes. Fuck the camera. Unfold your fucking arms now, and don't give me a fucking scallop unless it's cooked perfectly. Do you get it?
Yeah, I understand.
Look at me. And fuck the attitude. Cook it or fuck off.
Yes, chef.
And if I hear you talk about a fucking camera...
Look. Come on.
The app station. That to me is not how you fucking cook good food.
Pat, you want to ramen?
But once the show ended, we realized something darker. The villain edit wasn't an edit, it was real. Matt didn't just fade away, he became an online menace. Instead of moving on, he has been documented engaging in vile, racist tirades on social media. He has attacked other contestants, critics, and fans with racial slurs and threatening messages that go far beyond internet trolling. And even he may not be sitting in a prison cell like others on this list. His behavior is perhaps even more disturbing because he refuses to change. Matt Hearn is the ultimate proof that sometimes the camera doesn't lie. It captures exactly who you are. And while Matt Hearn's toxicity stayed online, Danny's recklessness had real-world consequences. Danny Veltry is a legend in Hell's Kitchen history. He wasn't just a winner, he was a prodigy. At just 23 years old, he told Ramsay he would win, and he actually did it. Ramsay famously said Danny grew more than any other chef, and praised his maturity. He had the world at his feet, $250,000 and a head chef position at the Borgata. But the maturity Ramsey saw on screen didn't last long in the real world. In 2012, the former champion was arrested for driving under the influence. Police found him passed out in the driver's seat of his car at a gas station with the engine running. His blood alcohol level was 0.12, well above the legal limit.
Go, Danny, yes? Last table, yes?
Yes, chef.
Let's go, Paula.
It was a sobering reminder that winning the show doesn't guarantee you have your life together. The boy wonder who conquered Hell's Kitchen nearly destroyed his own life just a few years later due to reckless decision making. Unlike Danny, who was a danger to himself, Joseph Tinnelly was a danger to everyone around him. You cannot talk about Hell's Kitchen degenerates without mentioning the man who committed the ultimate crime against the show itself. Joseph was a former Marine who refused to play by the rules. He didn't just have a bad attitude, he had a hair-trigger temper that terrified his teammates.
Ready for battle.
First name is?
Joseph.
Joseph.
I just feel like a dog that's been taken off his leash.
In episode 2, during a simple elimination ceremony, Joseph snapped. When Ramsey asked him for 2 nominees, Joseph refused to answer, leading to the most tense standoff in reality TV history. He ripped off his jacket, threw it at Ramsey, and challenged him to a fistfight right there in the dining room.
We keep talking like this out in the fucking parking lot. I don't give a fuck. What do you want me to say?
I ask the fucking questions, you give the fucking answers.
Fuck that shit, dog. I ain't here for that. You want a fucking jacket? You want to talk some shit? Let's go step outside, motherfucker.
While he wasn't arrested on the show, his behavior was criminal in the culinary world. Reports later surfaced of him facing legal trouble for driving violations, reinforcing the image of a man who simply cannot follow authority. He proved that no amount of cooking skill matters if you are a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. As this fan expressed, Joseph definitely had something loose in his head. He's always so intense and defensive. Wonder if something happened to him in his time in the Marine Corps. While Joseph's rage was cold and calculating, Jonathan Plumley's was explosive and loud. In season 9, Jonathan was known as a solid cook, but someone who had a very short fuse. He was often seen getting aggressive during punishments and snapping at his teammates when things went wrong. He fit the mold of the angry line cook perfectly.
And you, fuck off. Get out. For crying out, man, I'm so sick of this bullshit, man. Hey, Olo, take that shit with you. I'm done. I quit. Jonathan, come here, you can kiss my ass. Jonathan, I'd respect you more if you told me before you brought it to me.
That anger followed him home. Reports surfaced that Jonathan was arrested for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. The details paint a picture of a man who, much like on the show, couldn't control his temper when challenged by authority.
And I stepped in to help. I feel like I'm getting blamed for her fuck up because I was on apps, and that's not fair to me, man. Fucking Natalie, she tries to use everything she can to take the heat off herself, put it on somebody else. You know, maybe I ought to stop being the fucking nice guy and get selfish like everybody else.
Unlike Jonathan, who wore his aggression on his sleeve, John Scallion was a hero until the police found what he was carrying. This one hurts. John Scallion is widely considered one of the best chefs to ever compete on the show. He was the only shining light on the catastrophic blue team of season 11. Fans loved him. Ramsey loved him. He was the underdog we all rooted for.
Walking on halibut.
Duck is walking to duck chef.
Looks nice.
But shocking reports revealed that the fan favorite was arrested for possession of a loaded firearm without a license, according to the York Daily Record. The man who seemed so composed in the kitchen was walking around with a deadly weapon he wasn't legally allowed to carry.
Got it working right now. A minute 15 on lobster risotto. You got my 2 tails down?
Tails are down.
Bird, thank you.
It was a massive blow to his hero image, but he's remembered as one of the strongest chefs of season 11 and has transitioned into a successful career with Gordon Ramsay's restaurants until this day. While John Scallion carried a hidden weapon, Jason Zapolitus carried a lifetime of public rage. Jason first appeared in season 9 but left due to illness, only to return in season 12. He was loud and aggressive, often screaming at his team and acting like a bully.
That's right, I did. Go back to the grocery store, motherfucker! I go back to the grocery store and keep working me, you bitch! Fucking dope boy, bitch! Oh, you're better than me, you motherfucking shit!
Jason's season 12 run was marked by frequent outbursts and clashes with teammates. His aggressive demeanor wasn't just editing, it was a consistent pattern throughout the competition.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. We're down a man. We got to kick this shit out of them. I want to see him cry again. Fucking love that.
Despite all this, Jason proved himself a capable chef, finishing as runner-up. His explosive behavior on the show made him one of the most polarizing contestants in Hell's Kitchen history. Some love him, while others love to hate him.